Ever wondered what's really behind the headlines? Or why certain theories just won't go away? Dive into the world of the No Name Podcast, your go-to podcast for unraveling the mysteries of conspiracies, politics, and everyday life. Each week, we blend our opinions, analysis, with some storytelling to uncover the hidden layers of our world. From the latest political intrigue to the most fascinating conspiracy theories, we bring you a balanced dose of skepticism and insight. Whether you're a seasoned critical thinker or just curious about the whispers that swirl around us, we offer a space where your questions are welcome and your mind can wander free. Tune in, spark your curiosity, and let's embark on this journey of discovery together. The No Name Podcast, where every episode is a new chance to think critically and see the world through a different lens. Don't miss out. Like, share, and subscribe today and join the conversation.
Hey, this is Jeremy. Welcome to the No Name Podcast.
What's up, everybody? It's Dustin.
It's your boy Trey.
I got Sickland over here beside me.
I thought I was the sick one today, Trey. What happened?
Yeah, so, if we're going right into it, good people. So, y'all know I just came off of being sick, right? Straight off the plane from Vegas, I said something's not right. I knew I had a sinus infection. I think what happened, it never really cleared. I think I just felt better.
Yeah.
And it came back like a vengeance, and I've been telling you, I've been down. Like Sunday at church.
Yeah.
Dustin, you should have saw me. We have what we call a hit and roll. What you call it that?
Yeah. Say so.
So I never sit there. I sit in the back, but I might stand most times of the service. But I did the announcements, and I told Jeremy, I gave all I got for the announcement. And I went to this little hidden row, like right behind the camera, and I'm sitting there, and I'm like, just stay awake. That is your job.
I look over and I stare at Trey's position, and I'm like, where is Trey? So I'm like, I had somebody shadowing me on sound, so I was like, all right, I'm going to go stand where Trey's supposed to be since he's not there. And I'm standing where he's at, and all of a sudden I look over, I see Trey crouched down. He just gives me a salute. I'm like, yeah, I got you, bud. I got you.
You did the hoodie thing you said the other day. It was just
Oh man, if it was darker at our church, I would have been out. I'm normally like, we like to hang out. Our church is real friendly, so we like to hang out, hug people. I know a good, chunk of the people. I was trying to book it out. One person tracked me down. I hugged them and said, hey, I'm not feeling 100%. I don't know what I have. I knew it was a sinus infection, but you just, in this season, you just really don't know.
Yeah.
I got in the car before D did and my daughter, but I never do that. I turned the heat up in the car on 80, and I had the back seat warmers on. I felt so good. Now, it's probably about 90 degrees in that car.
Oh,
D gets in here. She likes it warm, so she's cool. I slept from the church. Like, we didn't leave the parking lot before I fell asleep. I woke up, we was at home. And that's like a 45-minute drive.
Right.
So it's going around. And y'all can hear Jeremy. Jeremy, how you feeling?
Yeah, I'm getting over it. It was I think it hit me on Tuesday or something like that. And so we were recording this on Friday. So it's it's going around. But I was tested for everything, and I'm negative for everything. So they gave me some antibiotics and said, "Go on your way." I said, "Okay."
Why did they give you antibiotics if you didn't test positive or anything?
I don't know, but I appreciate it because that's one of the things that's wrong with this country is that we're so stingy with antibiotics.
Make sure you take them all now.
I never understood that either. It's not like it's a narcotic.
Right. I'm like, down in Mexico, they sell this stuff right to the public.
Well, the fear is, good people, my good man, is that if you take
too much of it, you'll get immune to it.
Well, you will, and the virus.
Yeah.
And then they got to figure out a whole new science.
Yeah.
That's why you kind of let, like, they'll look at us and say, can you survive this? And if they feel like you can, then they'll just say, just tough it out.
Yeah.
But saying I'm on antibodies, make sure you take the full bottle. I'm gonna say that again. Even when you start feeling better, that's the key. I as soon as I got the antibodies last night, I'm going into, like, I call it the werewolf stage, where you feel your body get fighting the infection now, like all of a sudden your body gets the strength to fight it. And all of this was just going crazy all night. I woke up and like,
I'm glad I'm getting better because I've had kind of the same thing. I've been dealing with it for, nearly a month.
I think you started it in this room. You gave it to Trey.
Rattling.
He was sick? Wait, he was sick?
I was never like sick.
You're a super spreader.
Yeah.
I figured it was like a sinus infection type.
Oh my God. See, that's how COVID got started. Oh, I just got a little allergies. No, you have the COVID.
I took a COVID test. It was negative. So calm your horses. man.
But you might have some, see, you might have some new respiratory.
So what you're saying
infection.
is every time you feel sick, put on a mask so that I don't get sick.
I would see. If, you know what? See, now we can't go back in time and say if he would have wore a mask, did we get sick or not?
I mean, that's what time travel's for. We have time travel, right?
Speaking of time travel, did y'all see that video I shared on our Facebook page?
Oh, hang on a second. I gotta. We went right into it. Let me let our folks know here. So, we're actually going to be pre-recording a couple weeks worth of episodes here because I'm going to be out. I'm going to be flying out on Monday.
Woo woo.
And going to Mexico for a gastric sleeve on Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll be back on Thursday. But assuming I'm good, we still would have been good. But then Trey decided to go out of town on Friday.
Do the Lord's work. So
Okay,
do
whatever.
the Lord's work here
So
So you say.
in Orlando, Florida.
so we're going to be down here in my basement for a while.
Mm-hmm.
So just letting you guys in on a little secret. Normally we sit here and chit chat for probably an hour
Don't tell my wife
to.
that. Don't tell my wife that.
We do what's called a warm up. We just catch up, see what's been going on, and
Rat's out down
so
there, man.
I decided instead of doing that tonight, we're just going to do it on mic.
Right.
So happy Monday. You get to listen to our warm up on Friday night
Behind the
because
scenes.
this is going to be a wild ride. So what's going on, Dustin? What did you share on our
what did you
Facebook page?
post?
Because I don't even recall seeing
I
it.
came across this cool video, and no, I didn't post it because I just, oh man, this is cool. I believe this guy 100%. But I posted it as a just what if. Like he claimed he was a time traveler, right?
Yeah.
Time traveler, man, and he traveled back to this time or whatever. I'm not sure. Anyway, he says on January 19th, TikTok will not get canceled. Elon Musk will buy it.
Fake
And
news.
Then just
You are fake news.
yeah, well, I'm saying he claims he's a time traveler, and that's what's going to happen. Then he also predicted, like in a few months, there's going to be like some kind of storm with all this.
Yeah, but you saw what I texted you earlier today, right? Supreme Court's upholding the
Yeah, I saw
unless
that.
it gets bought,
Yeah.
but it's too late.
Yeah, that's
It can't get bought tomorrow.
Right.
Elon,
Like that's a multi
And then
that's a multi-time.
The Federal Trade Commission will have to
Yeah,
step
you got
review
to
the sale.
everything has to be approved. There's no way this thing's. I mean,
I don't-
they
I
may
don't
start the
really-
process of buying it, but because the Supreme Court did what they did, whether they start the process today, it's not going to stop it by what is it Sunday?
Yeah.
So
what I think is going to happen is I do think maybe Elon will buy it
I wouldn't be surprised.
and then relaunch it. That's what I think.
They call it XX.
TickX,
TickX.
X Talk, maybe X Talk.
If he was really, now this would make me like him. He was really cool. He would buy TikTok and call it X Twitter. That would make me laugh.
X sweater.
No, X Twitter.
Oh,
X
X Twitter. That would be cool.
Because you bought Twitter and call it X, and now you just buy TikTok and just to troll them. I would get a little bit of appreciation for his
but
man.
one of the other things too that I thought was, this right here would be kind of.
What else you got?
Is like I think it's later on in the year. Maybe I'm not remember the dates, but he's claiming there's going to be this really heavy, dense fog that's going to just cover everything. And it's going to be toxic and
Oh, I've seen that movie
kill
before.
tons of people, and it immediately made me think of zombie apocalypse. I thought of you.
It's going to be. First of all, have you seen the movie The Mist?
Yes.
Yeah. So that's what when you said fog, that's what I thought of.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna tell you like this, man. It may be some truth to something happening because remember I sent y'all a video this week. I thought that was the strangest thing where they have a body pickup machine.
Yeah,
And the
saw
dude
that.
invented a body picking up machine. I was like, what do you need this for? Now, I don't know if this would be good for mortuaries or like, and the guy, as the guy is explaining it, he's saying the only time you'll need this is if you playing for some mass situation to happen. You don't have the manpower to pick the bodies up. And I was like, you might be onto something there, buddy. So maybe that's the mist he's talking about. The fog.
I don't just dismiss it. I'm sitting here going, I want to keep an eye out for these dates and keep an eye out for these events, even if the dates are not right.
Did he give the real
events
dates?
happen.
He gave
He gave
actual dates?
Yeah, he gave dates. He said January
Please write those
19th.
down.
Well, the TikTok one's January 19th. So, I don't know about that one, but everything else, I think one's in May. I don't remember when the others.
So
are.
if he missed the TikTok one, you gonna trust it?
Oh no.
Like he already batting his 0 for 1 at that point.
Yeah, at that point he's 0 for 1,
A
but
little bit of
but
credibility.
sometimes, man, like even with visions and stuff, like my visions and stuff, even when I have them, it doesn't happen immediately. Some of my stuff that I see happens.
Don't put a date to it.
Exactly. Don't put a date to it.
Put a date to it, makes you wrong.
But he claims he's a time traveler. I do believe in time travel, so
He's from the future. He has to be in the future if you
Presumably.
know what's going to happen. in the future.
presumably.
I'm from the future too.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Jeremy is too, because he claims aliens are humans.
Yeah.
that
I
have
think
evolved
I
into
think
aliens.
Jeremy is from the future and he came back here to troll us. I think Jeremy is an alien. He came back here to troll us.
Could be.
That's why he says things like, "Oh, humans are smaller than aliens."
And now he's going to transform
Right.
here.
I think
soon.
he's acting like he has a cold. I don't think he really has one.
Well, that's right.
And he's pretending with the weight loss thing, like so that we won't think any differently when he changes.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
You're right.
That's
I'm
it.
going to Tijuana to vacation because it's beautiful over
Oh,
there.
well, you're going to Tijuana so they can swap the body.
Right. So you can change the alien form.
Maybe I'll get the Joe Biden treatment where they clone me while I'm there.
That's probably what you got to do. Swap your clone out.
I'm gonna say,
He's telling us.
after
He's
you
telling
go
us.
to sleep, brother, you don't know what they're gonna do.
One of my friends is like, "Oh, we'll see if they cut you open when you get back and get all the drugs out of you that you just smuggled over."
When you get back, check and make sure you got all your organs.
Well, that's
Right.
what he said too. He's like, they're probably going to do an organ harvesting. I'm like, well, would you mind taking at least one of my kidneys and giving it to my wife, please?
Are you a match?
Sell
Are you
it
a
back
match?
to you?
So Emory will not let me be tested because they claim that one of us has to be able to take care of our family. I am the same blood type, but they will not let me be a donor to her, which just infuriates me about the healthcare system in this country. That it is so Gestapo that me and my wife can't make a decision whether we bring help in or we hire help in
Okay, I
while
got you.
both of us, like, they won't even let us make that decision for our own family to save her life.
Right.
And that is not their decision to
It's
make.
yours. It's
That
yours.
is my decision to make.
For you to
And-
make preparations for your family.
Exactly. Like
Okay.
that is not for them. That is for me. That
Yeah.
is for her to figure out and make happen if that was the case. Like they literally will not let me save her life because they say that we can't prepare in a different way.
Right. Right.
So I'm like, okay, so you want to leave me wifeless and my kids motherless potentially because you feel like that's in the best interest of my family.
right.
Okay.
Oh dang! I didn't know that. I didn't know they could do that.
Yeah.
It's insanity.
Yeah.
I didn't mean to bring the show down.
No.
But-
That helps
so-
me. That helps me though because remember I was getting overwhelmingly excited to tell y'all. I saw a post earlier and it said that the guy who got killed, the CEO that got killed, apparently he we know it was personal. We know that the healthcare system was robbing people. Blah blah blah. Your mom-in-law came and talked to us about it. Know that we knew it was bad, but they was charging cancer patients apparently 1,000% more for medicine.
Phew.
Not 200, not 20.
Yep.
They're 1,000% more for medicine they needed.
Dude, did you see? Did I send it to you? I may have sent it to you because I'm doing this new thing now, Dustin. Sorry you're missing out.
You're good, buddy.
But when I'm up at like 12, 1, 2 o'clock in the morning, I don't want to send y'all videos to the group chat because I don't know if y'all got your phones on silent. I don't want to make any wives mad. And because you're not on the blue text anymore, I can't do what's called a scheduled send. So every day almost probably Trey gets about a 7 a.m. text
Yep.
that I have pre-set to send to him of something I found interesting the night before. And I think I sent you the one where the doctor just got arrested because he was causing all of these patients, he was saying they had cancer and was getting kickbacks. He's $17 million worth of kickbacks he received for treating these patients for cancer that did not have cancer.
wow.
I was like, whoa.
Well, I say wow.
So was he giving radiation and everything?
Yeah, chemo, the whole, like he was getting kickbacks from all of these pharmaceuticals.
Oh, yeah. You did say it. So when I went to go look at this morning, because I'm normally on the toilet when he sends me these.
Hey, it's an auto send, buddy.
It kept taking me something else. I said,
I wonder if they took the video down.
So the video and show, I was like, no way he wants. So first I thought like it kept saying something about a doctor, and then it kept taking me to like this weird, these prank videos and stuff that I watch. I'm like, I know Jeremy I like pranks, but he wouldn't send this. He wouldn't send me that. And I'm like, not early. And I'm like, So I tried to look at this video like 4 times. I couldn't look at it not once.
I wonder if they took it down because it was talking about. I think there was 450 people,
He made $17 million.
$17 million just in kickback.
This is why you always get a second and third opinion about that kind of stuff.
I mean, and these people did not have cancer. I repeat, did not have cancer, and
So
he
he subjectively poisoned them.
exactly. But that was the
For
thing.
money.
Even some of those people died,
Yeah, for money.
and I can't remember what the sentencing was, but he didn't even get that long.
Oh wow. Yeah. You know,
It's
I
just-
said
it's
wow
insanity.
because it's shocking, but at the same time, I'm not surprised. Just because, like I said, I think inherently big pharma and all the doctors that work with big pharma and the New World Order and all that they're just combined together and they're all evil anyway. So
Well, since this is normally something we would cover off air, but we're doing a warm-up episode on air, we finally got an email.
good
Please.
deal.
Did we get trolled? What happened?
We got an email from Emmanuel.
Okay, what's he?
He is
saying?
an SEO specialist from India, and he wants to help us do better on YouTube. Because if you guys don't know, we've officially posted all of our stuff on YouTube. After we had Flat Earth Dave on, that was one of the things he wanted to do, was post our podcast on YouTube. And I was like, well, we're not posting on YouTube. He's like, well, you should. And I
Yeah.
was like, okay. So we don't have cameras in the studio at the moment. I am going to add them in. I just haven't done it yet because that's just going to increase my time it takes to edit these wonderful podcasts that you folks hear. And I'm trying to
I'll
think
show you
about
I'll show you the
logistically the best way to do it. But I will say, our YouTube channel is doing far better than any of the other stuff. But Emmanuel wants to help us do better. So we finally got an email, but it doesn't matter. So, but
Hey, to the first email. Hey.
our Flat Earth Dave episode is up to like 731 views as of now.
Wow.
And which is kind of funny because our second most listened to is the This Is How the World Ends or whichever one that was.
See there, man.
That the Obama movie.
Right.
We never talked about that on our end of 2024 episode.
I told you. I'm supposed to be doing a podcast too, like another one. And Jeremy knows I have the logos, I have everything I need. But I'm just really like, once I start something, I block out something else. So like I have to give up. And right now I like the bandwidth of the plate I have. And so I'm trying to figure out, do I want to stick to stuff that I like, that's fun and easy for me to do, or go the political route and then that's a little bit harder, a little bit more angry. I have to troll people. I'm like, I don't know if I want to do that, or do I just want to do movies? I was thinking about it the other day. I get to just watch movies in movies.
That'd be awesome.
And my friend Dean, who listens pretty regularly, I'm trying to get him, get him excited about, because he's a movie
Have
genius.
you ever seen 2001: A Space Odyssey?
I haven't seen it in a long time. I have to go back and watch it.
Kubrick one?
Yeah, I gotta go back and
Oh
watch it.
man,
It's like stuff like that. Like it's going back and
Holy
watching
cow,
movies and
man.
critiquing them.
And it's
Right.
so hard to believe that movie was made like before the moon landing. And I'm like, oh my god, the technology that those people had in the spaceship where the doors just slide open and they FaceTime in the movie. They literally he FaceTimes his daughter in the movie, and then you look at what we have here today, and I'm like,
Well,
dude, come on.
see, this one thing that the movies show us the ideas, but they don't show us the logistics part of getting to the idea. So, for instance, we're FaceTiming, but if your Wi-Fi is bad, you're not. So, FaceTiming from space is impossible. But then you get a big and nice satellite or a satellite station, maybe not.
Well, have you seen the things going around now about how if you don't have cell or Wi-Fi, you can go on your phone and actually turn on satellite?
Oh,
The iPhones?
Yeah, I guess the new one. I don't know about the pesky androids over there, but
pesky.
Where,
Yeah.
Android.
where is that? What is it, Wi-Fi?
somewhere in the communication or the what do they call it?
General? I'm gonna test this out.
Something where you have to be outside for it, from what I understand.
In case you didn't know, sir, the power of Google. Okay, the
Power
power
of
of
The
Google.
power to have every piece of your life probed. Enjoy.
You're being probed anyway, son.
No,
Hey,
and-
Google is the worst.
Well, Apple did get sued for sharing that information with retailers. I don't mind that.
I
'cause
mean,
they,
retailers, okay, but
that's it. That's so okay. I don't know. A part of the Apple lawsuit is that for every Apple device you ever had, you get $20.
Oh, well, I've had a lot of
That's what
Apple
I said.
devices. I'm like, I'm about to get
What's the
paid.
cap on this? Because I know, like,
Like, is this back
can
to the
prove it.
iPod days? Because
I
I
can
used to have the
prove it.
iPod Touch, the
So
whole
yeah, you
nine.
can still get
I
yours.
used to love my first iPod, that big iPod.
Yeah.
Man, that thing was awesome. We've already talked about Apple and Android. I've already told you can't have good without evil, and they just fool everybody with the Apple. It's
So
hard
wait,
to
are
beat.
you calling Apple evil?
Yeah, they fake it with the Garden of Eden, the apple. Come on,
But
man. The bite taken out of it.
Did you grow up watching Dragon
They're
Ball Z?
poking fun at the Garden of Eden.
Did you grow up watching Dragon Ball Z? Did you watch Dragon
Yeah, I
Ball Z?
watched Dragon Ball Z.
Warn the androids evil. Boom. Childhood told you
It's true.
every movie that
It's true.
every movie that's an android is it good?
Well, Arnold,
Outside what Mechanical Man, whatever his name with Robin Williams, that movie. Outside of that, every movie we ever seen, every robot in CP3 is bad.
Arnold Schwarzenegger in Terminator 2 was good.
No, he was first sent there to kill,
Right. Then
and
he
his
got
chip
reprogrammed.
okay. There
and
you
he was
listen to what
escaped.
you're saying. That's the same thing that happened in Dragon Ball Z. The androids get good, but then after they fight and hurt a whole bunch of people.
I know.
All right then. So
I think both of them.
they
were
getting
evil.
you. They're getting you now.
I think both of them are evil.
Oh, there we go. Evil for evil. I moved you off one good spot, so that's fine.
So you said you're starting your podcast. You were saying something about your podcast. What do you got
We
going?
were me and my cousin that was on our episode, the spiritual.
Caitlin, right?
Yep,
Yep.
Caitlin, spiritual episode. We're going to be starting our a new podcast, a new show, built around that, built around our spirituality. We're going to touch on different spirituality, beliefs and things like that. But a lot of different things. Anyway, we were going to name it The Forgotten Realms because a lot of what we feel like, we believe and stuff has been forgotten just because what we believe, people believed a long time ago. A lot of people still believe the same stuff. Anyway, we're going to actually change the name of it. It's not going to be called that. We're looking at maybe The Weaver in the Web.
The what?
The Weaver in the Web, because all these lies get spun, they weave together in the form of web of lies.
Mm.
So we're looking at possibly
That sounds
calling
like
it
a mystery novel.
Weaver in the Web. Yeah.
You know, y'all should do an episode on or a season on is y'all should do an investigation on your childhood area home, wherever y'all grew up at,
Oh yeah.
and just do. I'm sorry, y'all. Y'all hear my voice struggling. I'm gonna drink some water.
We got sickling over here. But yeah, that would actually be really cool. It would be really cool. There's
Because I will listen. Because that just y'all going into details about that. I want to go too.
well, I'm going to be honest. There's a place that's connected to my family and where we grew up at that has a lot of history there, and it has a lot of history that I think maybe some family members actually know about, and they don't want to completely talk about all of it, and that's fine. I understand it. I get it.
They still live there.
No, nobody lives there.
Okay.
Well, you gotta
It's not owned by the family anymore, right?
Yes, it is.
Oh, it is.
It
Okay.
is.
I thought y'all were
I
saying
actually
somebody bought it.
I want to go to this property with permission from another family. And I want to do a reading on this property. I really do. I really want to do a reading on this property and just to see if I can channel anything and see anything, and if nobody wants to tell me anything about the property or anything that happened, see if I can see it for myself. Let the property show me.
Right.
Yeah.
So I would really like to do that.
Okay. And then I'm also spinning off another podcast too with
Okay.
Amanda. That one's
dope.
going to be called Raising Resilience.
Nice.
Mhm.
So that's going to be talking a lot about fostering, adopting, and just raising kids. So that's going to be fun. I was supposed to kick it off at the end of last year, but Amanda got sick, and she's just now starting to get her voice back. So
Yep.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I know. I was poking fun at her last week. Now she calls me Carlisle.
Yeah, I was when I originally built the studio, I was like, I feel like it's too nice to just do the one podcast.
Right.
You know?
It is.
Gonna have to do something else in it too. So that was a long-term goal, was to get that done. So so if anybody's listening here, you'll also probably hear these guys on that one on there at some point, not at the
Yeah.
same time, but
Well,
probably with their wives.
Yeah, I'm
you know?
rank deep.
I'm sure. I'm sure on our new podcast we'll have Trey on there and we'll have you on there.
Yeah. So it'll be fun.
None
but-
Cross promote.
I have both of y'all. Whatever. I don't know what I'm deciding yet. So
You can have me on the movie one. You
You-
can have me on
if I do the
I'll
movie one,
argue with you straight up and down.
if we do the movie one, it would have to be, if I brought y'all on, it would have to be after we sat down and watched V for Vendetta, and probably it's another movie I want to watch, y'all. That was really pretty good. Oh, I can't remember. I blanked on it. It's been happening a lot.
Speaking of
But I
movies,
don't
the
know,
one that
though.
the one that I've been talking about the AI assistant or whatever. Remember I was telling you all about that one. Did you see?
Not her though.
Huh?
Was it which movie was it? What's the name of the movie?
I can't remember the name of it.
It's new or old?
It's new.
You talking about the one that had Megan Fox in it?
Yeah, Megan Fox was the
I didn't see
AI.
that.
You need to watch it.
It's good.
It's on
But
Netflix.
It's yes,
Yeah,
but the other one's better. Alive. It's got AI hyphen in it, but it's called Alive. That one's better.
I don't think you were here for
They're
the
both really good. They're both really good. You gotta watch both of them.
Megan, who was in it? Fox.
Megan Fox.
Uh,
But when I was watching it, I've been making. So you weren't here when I was talking about it with Dustin. I think that was one of the weeks that you decided to take a vacation day or whatever. But
Vegas.
That's where you got sick.
yeah, super spreader.
It may be. I'm not
But-
at this point. Yeah.
So we were talking about the movie, and I was telling him, I was like, Amanda's. I was joking around every time I go to do something. Now I'm like, God, I wish I had that AI robot to just come do this
Oh wait,
for me.
I did watch it. I did watch it because
Oh,
I
you
told me to
watched
watch it.
Yeah.
And because she's like a maid at
Yeah,
first. and
yeah.
The wife is
She's
sick
like got the
and-
heart can't
Right.
needs the heart transplant or
and
something.
she doesn't get it and she dies, right? Does
I
she?
don't think she dies. No.
Oh, I thought she
Spoiler
died.
alert: she comes back.
Yeah.
She comes back with the
Yep.
maid.
Oh, I don't finish it.
With the maid there. You should finish it.
Oh, I didn't finish it. That's probably what it is. But I started. I did start watching it.
Well, I saw this video the other day where
Uh-huh.
Elon's got these ones, and he's saying that they're probably going to cost around $30,000, and they don't look like Megan Fox.
No, they look like. I seen what they look like.
They
I think
look
I sent
like,
y'all the video on it
They look
because
like the one from what's the one with
iRobot.
iRobot.
That's
yeah.
what they look like.
I'll tell you what,
That's
I
what it
haven't
looks like.
really TikToked here in a while. I've been more on the Instagram Reels or whatever they call that thing now. And ever since Zuckerberg decided to do his thing where he pulled back the censorship, I have loved my algorithm on there. I mean, I am alive on there. Like I'm seeing all this food stuff. Like, this is bad for you. This has got
Yep.
whatever in it.
I get all that
They
too.
hit one on Chick-fil-A the
Oh,
other
the
day. I
chemical
saw that.
chicken?
Oh my
You
god!
saw that one too?
Yeah, it got like aluminum in the breading, and
Boy,
then
they went in on
the
Chick-fil-A.
bun
Yeah.
itself is like, I'm like, dude,
on Chick-fil-A.
Yeah,
Yes.
they pretty much
They
said Chick-fil-A
tore
is poisoning
them
you from head to
apart.
toe.
And it's
Like,
funny
they were
because
saying-
for the longest time people called that God's chicken.
they have like 52 ingredients in just the chicken sandwich. I'm like, whoa.
You're
That was-
shaking your head at me right now.
And they do call it that, but they call it that only because they're not open on Sundays.
Oh, it's not that anymore. You go in there, they're not even playing Christian music in the ones I go into anymore.
No.
They're no,
No.
They don't tell me my.
they've moved.
They don't tell me my.
True,
pleasure.
Truett Cathy died, man.
Yeah.
And when your kids get stuff, they're not going to be as hardcore about stuff.
Yeah.
I think Cookout, although not as Christian, because they're still open on Sundays, they have at least verses. I got to see if they still have verses on their cups. They at least put, there was like a Galatian verse on their cup and a few.
Yeah, they actually did. So we went there. I don't get to go there as much as I like, but but when I went there, I would say it was probably about 5 or 6 months ago. They still did.
Yeah, okay.
So, but yeah, I mean, Chick-fil-A is not what it used to be. It's that people still joke around about it being God's chicken and everything, but I don't see it like, you used to go in there, they were playing Christian music or whatever. Now, then they went to like the Christian Muzak versions, where there's no words, just the songs, and you're just like, oh yeah, I know this song, I heard this at church on Sunday, and now I walked in there, a couple
No
weeks
music.
ago, and I'm like, well, no, they had music.
Oh, they did?
Yeah, I was hearing Muzak of like, I don't even know, Camila Cabino or whatever her name is or something, and I'm like, I'm pretty sure I've heard this song before, and I pull out my Shazam.
Shazam.
Yeah.
Hey, you gotta have this. I'm ready, bro.
Hey, you gotta have it ready. I got that on the front screen of the phone there, just
Right.
because I'm very intentional about what I listen to.
Yeah.
And so if I hear something, I want to know what it is, because especially if you have your kids with you, because a lot of times they'll hear something, they want to know what it is because they want to listen to it. They want to listen to it again or whatever. And if I don't know what it is, I won't know whether they can listen to it again
Right.
or not. So
Right.
I'll pull out my Shazam and figure out what it is, check it out, kind of thing. But yeah, I was just like, whoa. When I saw that thing about that Chick-fil-A, I'm like, wow, 50. There's either 51 or 52 ingredients just in the chicken sandwich.
Right.
I'm like, wow. But so ever since he's changed the algorithm, or changed the restrictions, I've just loved my algorithm on there. So I've been glued to that
Does
for
this
a
mean
while.
some of the videos that we post on our page won't get
They're taking
They,
down.
they won't
down
get
anymore.
censored
Won't
now.
get censored.
Good.
Nope.
good.
Yeah, so he's taken the Elon Musk approach, where
That's what you calling it?
that's what he calls it.
I would call
Have
it.
you
He's taking.
seen him recently too?
Ooh,
Zuckerberg?
Zuckerberg.
Well, I told y'all
he look like a crackhead,
that I put him in the same
Heroin.
boat as
He
Elon.
used to.
a heroin hippie.
You told me, Trey, that you thought he was better than Elon Musk. He's
Yeah,
he's
until
the
he-
same.
Until he bent the knee.
He's the same. He's going to the inauguration now.
He's so okay. Since we're going there, since you did this is the warm up. No, seriously. So
Oh,
what did y'all
no.
think about Biden's last speech?
I didn't even listen to it.
See, why not? This is
To be honest, well, you
Yeah,
asked, so
yeah.
I'm gonna be honest. The only reason I didn't listen to it is because the only reason I said oh no is because I was going to tell you a minute ago. I'll come on your podcast if you do like the movie one, but if you do the political one, I might not.
I'm coming on the political one as much as you'll have me,
I'm
just so I
like,
can
it's
troll
all
you.
over. I'm just so over it. Like I don't know.
Can't be.
I get bored with politics these days.
I don't.
How
Because
can you be bored?
Because I feel like I've already cracked it to where they're all liars. They're all liars. They're all evil. It's all
That's
fake
it.
anyway.
That's
It's
it.
all controlled by one world government anyway.
That's
so I
it.
don't fall into it and listen to it blindly because I all know they're all lying to me
That's
anyway. They're all controlling everybody. So
When you walk in church on Sunday morning, you can say the same thing. They're all liars. And watch this. They're all controlled by one thing. That's the truth. And so I'm not saying you're not going to stop going to church. I hope not.
all right.
So the thing.
Why would you after that?
So the reason I say this is the thing in Biden's speech. How you feel about the man and his, what he did. I think sometimes they do be putting on, and like they do give us some of those breadcrumbs about the new world order. I think Biden was not supposed to say all the things that he said, and I think he let some stuff go. And I'm like, he sounded real conspiracy. He literally said, "Hey, a new oligarch. Am I saying that right?
Oligarch.
Oligarch. I
Oligarch.
don't know why I feel like I said it. Oligarch. Yeah, okay. It just sounded like I'm about to say Olive Garden and I stopped myself.
Yeah, nobody likes that crap.
Right. So he says his new. Go ahead, Jeremy. Say it for me. No. Just say he's going to make
Oligarch.
Thank you.
Oligarch.
Thought you wanted fake news.
Yeah. No. And he says this right, and then a week later, and then Trump does he doesn't care. He's going to he's feeding into it, and he's trolling him, or it's really happening. He said he's going to make a special advisory committee with Mel Gibson on it. And I'm like, what has he ever provided us as a good people that we stop back and say, you know what, that Mel Gibson, he needs to be running for office there. Nothing. I forget who Sylvester Stallone is going to be on this special advisor. And I'm looking like, and he said they're going to give me special advice about
I can hear
California.
it now. He's gonna get up there. He's gonna say, "Yo, Adrian, I did it."
You pieces of... Yeah, you see Tulsa King, man. Tulsa King will get you going. But I just so then I started to watch the movements because they be snitching on each other when they get mad enough. And then now you got Jeff Bezos, you have Zuckerberg, you have Elon, you have all these billionaires that's going to be at the inauguration, which is unheard of. Even watch this, even China is sending over their number 2.
Yep.
And I'm like, what is happening for real? Because I don't care what you say. First of all, Jeff and Elon they're in competition with each other. Straight bona fide competition. They both trying to send rockets to space. I have no idea what they're trying to do, what the race for space is. But nevertheless, what is happening? If we're watching the New World Order, and throw you a bone here, this is how it starts. And it's like no one blinked the eye. No one cares that these rich guys who don't pay their employees enough to own a house, who don't make sure that the America as a whole is good, that doesn't champion their other billionaire friends to bring their businesses back to America. Say, hey, we're trying to do something here. Can you bring your businesses back so we can have manufacturing jobs? So they're not doing that. They're just loading their pockets more. They know Trump's going to give them the major tax cuts. We know that's happening. And really, it's not. He's just going to continue the tax cuts that he's already has in place, by the way, people. And so it really shocked me that if that's the case, if Biden's alarm system, like his Biden went to the far right like us, the far left like us, like it sounded very conspiracy theorist. And I was like, wow, either he's off his meds for a hot second or he is letting it go. And what do y'all think about that? That these your guy Trump can have all these billionaires and really rich, old movie actors whispering in his ear.
Normally, I would not say this on air.
Mm.
So I just want to preface before I say it that
Okay.
this is no threats, no nothing. This is just some things that I've heard people say.
Okay.
Have you heard? There's a lot of people saying that you should not go to the inauguration at this point because there is some sort of threat of a situation, and I'm not sure what kind of situation that's going to go off at the inauguration. Like they are like begging people not to go.
Who is they?
I don't know who they is.
I get asked that all the time, and I just always say,
No, because he said, no, I'm like, are you
Whoever
getting
they
this from a
are.
news source? Are you seeing this on Reels? Are you hearing this through rumor lines? Like,
I've seen this on some reels. I've heard it through
Okay,
a couple
okay.
rumor lines.
Okay.
I haven't seen it on like mainstream media. I mean,
Right.
you know, they don't
obvious.
want people to go for obvious reasons
Right.
because, you know, Trump's the worst, whatever. Okay,
Mhm.
but no, this is like people are genuinely like there has been nothing to really happen here recently for a reason because they're saving it all up for Monday. And this episode is going to drop today, Monday. So we'll see. But I don't know. I don't know what's going on.
So do you think another insurrection type situation?
I have no idea. I don't know whether
They're
it's
not. I'm gonna tell you one thing about America we're good at. You're not gonna get us twice.
Well, I'll tell you this. I just saw earlier they said that Trump has called for the inauguration to be moved inside, like all of the like from the rotunda of the
Yeah, because it's supposed to be
'cause it's
freaking.
supposed to be so cold.
It's supposed to be like 15 degrees.
I'll be in Tijuana, so y'all enjoy it. So.
Bro, next week on Monday here we supposed to be in the teens or the 20s.
No,
all
this
next
is
week.
my weather, and I'm not even going to be here to enjoy it.
I don't
So
know.
I'm a little upset.
Well, you can always ask the doctor. I'm pretty sure the doctor would have came here and did the surgery in your basement.
Oh man, that would have been cool.
it would have been like another 20 grand.
Yeah,
Yeah, would have might as well have just had
2040.
it done here in the
Right.
States. Good Lord.
but I just think they're setting us up for what Dustin is longing for, which is the this new world order.
I'm not longing for it. It's here, and I'm just telling everybody. That
Oh yeah,
it's here.
Biden said it's here.
I'll go back a little bit and I'll get to yours. When you said that it's starting, I think that it started a long time ago. Like,
When?
Like the seeds were planted.
Okay,
But I
okay.
think to what you're saying now is I think it looks more like it's starting now because now you kind of see this ball actually starting to roll a little bit faster and get a little bit bigger. And I think that their plan is finally starting to unfold a bit more. And to Jeremy's thing is I could actually see it happening and
A mass
I could
occur.
see something happening. I'm not saying an insurrection, so to speak, but I could see some plot that they've done actually take place here, and they use this to do it because there's going to be so many people there.
Yeah.
And if it's bad enough this time, or something really really bad happens, we've seen them threaten martial law before, and that could actually happen. I'm not saying it's going to. If it were bad enough.
Okay, I'm about to say
And
something.
then if that happens at this point in time, then you have certain people who I get bad vibes from or whatever. They're up a little bit higher on the totem pole, and so now certain people that are a certain way are now more empowered to actually do these things that's coming one day. Whether I'm wrong about it being now or soon or whenever, it's
So I'm gonna say this to y'all. I know who the person I love so much. It wouldn't surprise me if he paid some group or a person to do something at these events just to stir the pot. Because I don't trust billionaires. I don't trust people who literally, I shared this with y'all, can give literally everybody in the world $1 billion and still be straight. What do you have to gain from anything at this point? You're so rich. Why do you feel the need to position yourself?
It's not about that. So being spiritual and being Christian,
Mhm.
you believe in prophecies, correct?
Yeah, from prophets.
Okay, you believe in prophecies,
Uh-huh.
correct? So prophecy that is supposedly going to happen, whether it's a millionaire or not, the stuff that he has to do or is going to do, it's going to happen. So
But
he's now here, and
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. But what I'm saying is, how will it be like? Okay, let's say Jeremy's rumor mill stuff is true. Let's say something may happen. And I'm knocking on wood, and this is Trey Birch. I do not want anything to happen. I do not condone any violence. make for the FBI be showing up at
Same. I do not.
at the house. I'm like, oh geez.
I just want to say, if anybody's actually hoping for that,
Right.
you got problems.
But what
you got
if
serious
somebody?
problems.
Okay, let's dive in our little conspiracy theories.
Yeah,
world.
because I mean, but to be
That's-
honest with you, to me, it is a viable.
you think it would.
It is-
Okay, common sense,
Yeah.
Jeremy. I mean, it's common sense.
Because
Y'all
you're
think
gonna-
something will
I
happen
think
for
what
real?
I was trying to say is
I think it
reason
could.
he's not the reason he won't do anything like you're saying is because he's not supposed to.
I think it's if I don't. First of all, I don't think anything will happen.
I hope not.
I hope not either.
The fact that I keep saying I hope, I know nothing will happen. I mean, outside of your regular tourist stuff of, I didn't make it to the bathroom in time. I ate too much nachos. I overslept. Oh, I can't hear them. Oh, I'm angry. I'm pretty sure we'll get some "Make America Great" chants. Outside of that, I don't see anything of high magnitude happening where I'm be like, holy hell. Now, that's just my belief system. Okay, I am aware that if something does happen, I think it's staged. And when I say staged, I'm talking on the same lines of 9/11. I'm thinking on the same lines of Pearl Harbor. Like the people to be, whether it's
That's what I'm saying.
my beloved or if it's whoever it is, it's not.
So if you're saying that the people, like you're pointing out that one of the people that's there is going to have paid somebody to do that. If there was going to be a 9/11 situation, they wouldn't make it out alive. Why would they pay somebody to take them out?
I don't think take them out.
Yeah, no.
Jeremy, you're thinking too low here. You're thinking
They'll be
thinking
the
too
first-
high.
They'll
Okay,
be-
but
they'll
if
be
there's
the first
four
to be
people,
saved.
if there's four
Yeah.
people that survive out of that whole crowd, then yeah, I'll definitely say there's something to that.
They're not going to kill everybody.
No.
If okay, and this is once again
Hypothetical.
hypothetically, we do not wish doing violence. If they would do it, and this is what you can do. Okay, this is just me. This is why I don't do crowds. This is why I don't do malls like that and stuff, because my brain works weird. I probably should have I should probably have a job at FBI right now. Probably still can do the switch careers and do that. This is
Not anymore. They'll decline you now.
no. Well, I can't tell them who I voted for. They'll divide me for that, right? And then, but so think of it like this: you don't have to necessarily plant a bomb. If you have a crowd of, let's say, this crowd is 15,000 people, you don't have to plant a bomb and kill 1/3. What you have to do is create mass hysteria out of 15,000 people. They're going to do the rest for you. It's the herd mentality. So, for instance, the mass shooter in Vegas, he was on a roof and he was just shooting down. Now, he probably shot, honestly, come on, from a roof in Vegas, you probably shot about 20, unless you had a machete, like you probably shot legitimately 25 people. I think over 50 people died. Those 50 people, other people came from people getting trampled, people knocking over people punching people getting scared. So all you really have to do is create a situation where people will do the damage for you and you'll get the credit for it.
So you said you love movies or TV shows because it kind of shows you different things, right? Okay. Have you seen the show Designated Survivor?
Absolutely. Like 4 times.
Okay.
Jeremy, come on. Jeremy, half the government is not
Have you seen it,
I've
Dustin?
not seen it.
So Designated Survivor is, so when they have a State of the Union, every single person that is in politics is there. The president, the vice president, the House, the Senate, all of them. They have what's called a designated survivor, which
One
is
idiot.
one person that is not there.
They have to
and
be off site.
they have to be out of the area.
And come to find out there's more than one designated person.
Yeah, it turns out there's more than one. But they have to have at least one. Okay. At least, I don't know how much of this is true in real life, but in the show, this outrolls.
Yeah, it's probably, no, it is
So-
like that.
So they've got the designated survivor. So the show starts out, spoiler alert, it's an old show that got canceled for obvious reasons. But show starts out, they have the State of the Union. They bomb the Capitol where everybody's at. Everybody dies.
Senators, Congress people, the
Everybody.
main people.
So the designated survivor now becomes the president, and he has to assign the vice president, like basically start from scratch.
You seen 24? You ever seen the TV show 24?
I never watched it, but I know.
Oh.
I know the show.
I was like, it's 24, but the political version.
I know what you're talking about. I
Yeah.
never watched it.
But yeah, I mean, so the way it all goes is just, it's insanity to me that could actually happen. But when people talk about the inauguration, obviously everybody from the government's not going to be there, but you're going to have a vast majority of people there.
Republicans, Democrats are not showing up to that.
I mean,
Oh,
no.
watch this. Barack Obama would be there.
Yeah. Michelle's not going to, though.
She cannot stand him.
Poor thing.
I
She doesn't want to have George W. flirting with her.
That is. I think she
I,
generally just don't like the guy. I saying she don't like how he treats his wife.
Did you see the way that him and Trump were
Talking.
I would have loved to have heard
that just-
that
let me say-
the real
And
conversation.
I don't want. Go ahead, Dustin. Say what you just say because I don't want to change the subject.
Trump said it looked friendly. We looked like we were friends. Anyway, I don't. You said it blows your mind that something like that could actually happen. I'm more on line with Trey in this part of it, where yes, something like that similar could happen, but no, nothing like that could ever happen because the important people are going to get protected first.
Yes.
None of them are going to die. Your senators, your presidents,
Your
they're not
billionaires.
going to die unless you're JFK and you get taken out by your own. Then you're going to die.
Right.
But
Because you was kind of trying to watch
they're
it.
not going to. They're gonna, so
Crazy.
it was funny when you had said someone there who's a billionaire could pay to have all this done. Like, okay, but the others that didn't pay to have it done, but they're still a part of his clique. Do they know about it? Are they in on it?
Yeah, I want to say, like, let's say for instance,
You can't walk into something like that that's planned and something that kind of.
I don't think all of them-
not know it's going to happen.
I don't think all of them will know, but I think some of them would, and they'll like. So for instance, let's say we're sitting in this room and we're having a conversation about taking our wives somewhere because I want to keep it away from that conversation we're having just in case something. And I say, oh well, Jeremy, let's get our wives together. And you know what? When we get our wives together for a game night, I'm gonna fake like I'm having a heart attack. Let me see who would. Let's see. I'm gonna show y'all my wife really how much she cares about me. And then we come here, and y'all looking at me, and you kind of and Dusty, like, man, when he's gonna do it? When he's gonna do it? Right? And then I finally do it. Y'all, the women are gonna go crazy. And our job, your job, if you paid, in on it, is to assist it to go further, right? Yep. That is what they're gonna do. It's some nervous energy there, and then when they see it actually happen and it's executed, then you're like, oh, this is now we know what we're supposed to do.
And we're going to say again, this is all hypothetical. We do not want this to happen.
No, I don't want to have a heart attack at all, like ever.
No,
I'm not
definitely not.
talking about that.
Well, you should be.
Well, I don't want you to have a heart attack either.
But yeah, but you see, I just don't believe in this. I think this is where I am with anything. I don't believe in big stuff anymore. I don't believe in big tragedies as being real. The New Orleans thing was real. One guy got some issues. They found out a lot of information about him fast, which lets you know they was already trying to tell him a little bit. And that's why I said they be listening, because the FBI knows some stuff. They let stuff go, but they know stuff. And it didn't really do. It hurt
I don't hear
people.
about it anymore.
It hurt people, so I don't want to say it didn't do anything, but it wasn't on the level as 9/11. That's what I'm saying when I say big people. So I'm praying for those hands. Blah blah blah. It's watch this. The guy who
blah blah blah. Thank you.
Sounded sincere.
That's
it was because I don't. If you're challenging my kindness about that situation, then I'm saying blah blah blah. It's like just move out of the way. The guy who didn't hurt anybody at Vegas, you didn't hear much. 2 days and it was gone. Why? It didn't do anything.
Did you see all the stuff that he was sending out to people?
That guy?
Yeah.
The Trump blow up tower up the guy?
Yeah.
No. What? No. Tell me.
Okay. So he had sent out a bunch of different things about like manifestos almost, which was kind of interesting.
To like ABC or just
I don't
friends?
have the facts sitting in front of me, but look it up.
Like to his friends and stuff, or to like AP news outlets.
Like they're to podcasters. He didn't send anything to us. I just checked the email.
Dang, we weren't big enough. We weren't big enough yet, Jeremy. Dang it. We would have got a manifesto from a killer. That
Google
crazy.
it for real though. I wish I could remember because
Okay, I got you.
it's been a few weeks since I've seen that. But yeah, look it up because it's fairly interesting.
Is it like the manifesto that was sent by the Unabomber? Have you read that one?
No.
Oh, I'm weird about stuff like that. I'll read a manifesto in a heartbeat. I read the Mein Kampf by Adolf Hitler too. That stuff is weird to me. I try to figure out why people tick. And when you get to read a manifesto, the one for the Unabomber, he was spot on.
Oh really?
Dang, we're flowing. Okay, here we go. The Unabomber, if you get a chance to read this manifesto, and generally speaking, he literally is trying to stop people who was leading new waves of technology. That's why he was mailing these bombs. And one of the things he was trying to do is stop, technology from taking us over. So he said, and he used to be really smart with technology too. And he said, we're going to get to a point where technology controls us more than we control it. And it runs our lives for us.
Yeah, it was actually kind of along those lines.
Wow. And so,
but it was more for today's times, which was just kind of bizarre.
he should have just he should have copied the Unabomber.
It was political.
Dang it.
So I don't know. It's
Shouldn't
just really dicey,
Yeah.
the whole thing. But anyway,
That's a good warm up,
moving on.
Get the warm up. Sorry to go there. Yeah, you thought I was going to go more political than that. I was more so going to the idea that I don't know. We might be seeing some stuff that we talk about of the
think it totally
it's no
is.
longer in the shadows anymore. I think it's pushing itself to the light. This may be very interesting for our community of folks who believe in conspiracy theories because we may get to see it unfold right before our eyes.
I will say, and maybe I shouldn't say this, but I'm going to say it. I think that we're going to see a lot of bad things happen within these next 4 years. I really do.
You are fake news.
I'm sorry you think that, Jeremy. Sorry.
Hey, we have an episode this time. We have an episode now to timestamp your prophecy.
True.
Yeah, that's true. I
And
think
if
we're gonna
bad
see a
stuff
lot
started
of bad
happening-
stuff happen over these next 4 years. I do.
Okay, and why are you saying just over the next 4 years? Are you saying because of Trump or association with Trump or his bravado?
I'm not attacking Trump.
no. I'm saying like what it is. So what are you saying?
I'm not gunning toward Trump, but I am saying I think that there's a lot of darkness right now that have managed to get their way into somewhat of power, even though that they've already been in power the whole time. We're not going down that road again. But I'm saying here to now be more publicly out there. You know what I
Well, why
mean?
would they want to come out now and then over these next 4 years?
Because
in your
now the
opinion?
times are people now are way more susceptible to being programmed more easily. They're more accepting these days, and they're not as, let's just be honest, in my opinion, they're not as intelligent as they were many years ago. People don't read as much anymore. People now, they believe everything they hear on TV. They believe everything they hear on social media. They're so easily manipulated.
Yeah.
So I believe now when has it ever been easier to get yourself into the power and be able to squirm your way into more political people and say, okay, now let's just unveil it on the whole world.
I'm going to go ahead and manifest prosperity over the
But
next 4 years.
I thought you were
Prove me
going to
the-
prostitution.
I believe in
No, prosperity. It's going to be.
I believe
the
in
darkness is
manifesting.
going to come to light. I believe that we are going to prosper over the next 4 years exponentially and
Who's we?
further.
Who's we? Because
The American people.
oh man, Jeremy's so hopeful.
We're going to be good.
I believe in
love
manifesting.
your
I'm manifesting it.
He's manifesting.
I'm going to name it and claim it just like
Hey,
they
hey,
used to.
I think. Watch this. Let me be a good Swisherland. I think both of you guys are right. I think there will be a lot of bad happening. I think it will be American people prospering. They just don't look like us. And when I say look like us, they're lower class individuals. And I think those people who will prosper are like billionaire corporation type folks who got yachts and 18,000 houses and the kids go to school for free because they have a name on the side of the building. Those people will win. Those people will prosper. And while the others take it.
Well, that's not all of us prospering then
Oh, you mean all of us as a group?
as a group.
Well, you do realize they don't consider us real Americans because we didn't sell our soul to
That's
for
okay.
careers. Okay.
That comes back to the part where I said the darkness will come to light. So, yeah, that should fix that.
Well, in
When
our
that-
prayer, dear Jesus, let the darkness come to light with us getting money. You just don't have to expose people.
Geritopia.
Let us
That's
get,
it,
come on,
Geritopia.
there we go, Geritopia. Let us get paid too.
You know as good as I do, there's coming a time where money won't matter.
Oh my God! Don't do that. Can I get the money first before
Get
it
the
don't
money.
matter?
Get the money.
Jeez,
Dustin will stop telling the truth.
can we?
Oh,
get,
you're telling the
can-
truth? I
can
thought
we
this was
get
theory.
the money before it don't
It
matter?
is theory, but I'm just saying, I believe my theory is true.
Like those zombie episodes when they find the bank robber money, and like this is useless.
I'll tell you this. I was listening to Roseanne's podcast this morning. She had
I love Roseanne.
I know she's amazing, but she had what's her name? Dia. Dang it! Hang on a second. Let me see. Right here, she had Drea Di Matteo on, which she's an actress that was like on Sopranos and a couple other big shows. But she ended up saying something about how we're living in the Truman Show,
Oh,
and I was like, oh my gosh!
She
I was
said
like,
it. The actor.
yeah. I was like, oh man. I was like, this is crazy. It was an interesting episode that I was listening to with them, but
You should find her information and email her the episode where we talk about that.
I know, right? Maybe I get her to come on with us.
That'd be awesome. And we're not creepy, we promise.
Well, I've reached out to Roseanne. I asked her to come on our show.
man.
you
She's
know?
big.
yeah, she's too big.
She's
Oh,
big.
come on.
We're not there
Hey, it's
yet.
worth a shot.
How do you think I
mean,
got Dave? I just started emailing people.
Well, whoa, Dave is awesome, but it's Roseanne. She was on TV. She's on.
Dave was on Roseanne. That's how I found out about Dave.
Well,
Well, we're going to be talking about some Hollywood elites here in a little bit later on, but
She won't be on that.
Roseanne won't be on that because Roseanne got blacklisted.
Yeah.
fair.
Yeah. It's that whole thing. Whew. Yeah. It's crazy. Trey doesn't believe in the elites.
You want to hear something else?
Oh boy, you know that's
before-
wrong.
Before we wrap up our warm up episode, I was going to say, do you guys want to hear something that I thought was kind of cool that happened to me a couple days ago?
Oh yeah.
So I had a, you could call it a dream or a vision, whichever, because I was technically, I was asleep that night. So, but I had this dream, called a dream, about this person who I haven't seen this person in, man, well over 15 years. I have no communication with them whatsoever, none. And I had this dream that I saw them, and I hadn't seen them in a long time. Tried to talk to them. They didn't want to talk. They started acting all weird and everything. And then they had to leave the party that we were at and everything. And so I'll go up to somebody else who knows this person and somewhat close to this person. I was like, what's wrong with them? Why do they have to go? And they were like, they just have to go. We have to take them home immediately. They got to go home right now. And so is mean to them and hurt them or whatever. So the next day I talked to the person who knows this person, and they were like, yeah, it's because they're in a bad spot. Like, they get controlled, they're in a bad spot, they're abused, all this other stuff. Like, they've lost their way, like they need help. They need help. And so, like, I saw that, even though I haven't talked to this person in over 15 years. And so I was like, well, you need to reach out to them and check on them.
Mm-hmm.
And they did. They reached out to them, they checked on them, and they were like, yeah, I've been having these dreams about a dead relative, but I can tell that it's not really my relative, but they're telling me it's time for you to come on. Everything's going to be okay. And they were like, well, what have you been thinking about? And they were like, you don't want to know what I've been thinking about. I was like, because it's not them. The darkness is after them. And they know that right now, because they're beaten down so mentally and emotionally, they're so weak that right now they can take them. This is their best shot. Take them. So I'm like, you need to stay on top of them and really talk.
For real. That's pretty cool though. You had a dream about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think sometimes people's spirits cry out.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes if I think with the gift that you have, and you can feel it. I'm more so like in person. So like if I can be by somebody and be like, and they're off.
Yeah.
And then now I got to ask God real quick, like, do you want me to do something? Or do you want the Holy Spirit in me to go? Like, do I need to go hug them so that you can hop on them? Or do I need to pray? Or what do I need to do? Every now and then I think at our church you'll see it a lot where I dap up the whole, normally when I come in, if I'm on time, I dap up the whole media team because I know I used to do that. Like that's why I did my practice come in. That's where I know how hard that job is. And then when something, like nobody cares about you when everything is right. But as soon as something goes wrong, everybody went, and so I dap them up. And then I do rounds in the church to all the early folks. And one of the reasons I do that is to get a feel for people. See, like, okay, dang, this person's been sitting here and they have not smiled. And let me go sit with them real quick. Are you good? How you been? Oh, yeah, I'm just focused on this. I'm sorry. Or sometimes it's just, can you pray with me? Just to feel it. And I think, I'm proud of you for actually saying something. Because you could have just chalked it up. Oh, it's just a weird, crazy dream.
Yeah, no.
And then, but, just, I don't, I don't know if you can get the person's number too and say, hey, man, I had a dream about you. I can't don't do nothing to yourself. Your love, give them the encouragement that they need.
Well, part of our the last part of our usual warm up is deciding what we're going to talk about, because most of the time we come here and we decide what we're going to talk about pretty much on the fly. Because I have always been like, and Trey will know this, because a lot of times they'll choose me to do a video at church. As here's what we're going to talk about. Just tell me when I get there.
Right.
Most of the time, because I'm like, my first reaction is usually the best reaction. So.
Right. And he did a video that was so clean. I think something happened. I was like, Jeremy, that was the best answer though.
Yeah, and then they made me redo it, and I had to redo the redo like 4 times.
Oh, no.
I'm like, it's never going to be as good as it was the first time. It is what it is. I know some people are just planners. Me, I'm just off the cuff. My first response, first reaction is always the best. So
that's usually how mine goes. So first take's usually the best one.
So I'm thinking we're going to do an episode on the LA fires, because I feel like there's a lot of excitement around that.
Let's get it.
The new LA.
They're
coming.
Yep. See? LA 2.0.
You started already.
2.0. What else you guys want to talk about?
Christ.
What else you want to talk about?
No, I'm good.
Come on, Trey. What else? No, we're going to do that. What else?
Let's see how I feel about the LA fires before. I may walk off on that episode. I don't know. I might feel it. No,
okay.
I'm just joking.
Fair.
I'm joking. I think we probably need to talk about a little bit more in depth just the state of America going into this big change.
Okay.
We did get the notification that red dyes are out, buddy.
Yep.
Well, Red
Yeah.
3 is out.
We still got Red 40 on.
Yep. Red 3 is out, but Red
So-
40 still.
Okay.
Which my kids were so mad because, like I said, the Instagram thing. I saw this video the other day. It started talking about all the stuff that Red 40's in. You know, the flaming hot Cheetos and all that stuff. And I was like, my kids were all sitting around. I'm like, all right, guys, I'm letting them watch the video. I'm like, you ain't getting these Takis. You ain't getting these flaming hot. I'm like, nope.
They're killing you, bro.
My kids
You
are
know
so
what's
mad
so
at me
funny
because
is, what was it? Probably 2 years ago, whenever we were in our small group and stuff, and me and my wife was talking about all this to everybody. Everybody thought we were just.
I did not think that.
It's just nuts. That's nuts. How are you gonna say that you don't let your kids have red dye because it hypes them up? It does.
Yeah.
When my kid comes home from school, I can tell if he had red dye that day.
Mhm.
I can tell.
You can.
And I'll ask him, "Do you have red dye today?" Well, there was a birthday party. They had cupcakes. Did you have red dye today? Well, they had sprinkles on it. Did you have red dye today? Yes. Why? You know you're not supposed to eat red dye.
Mm-hmm.
You know you wasn't supposed to eat it. You ate it. I mean,
Yeah, I love
But
it. I
still-
love the deeper in it.
but
And
still,
the TikTok
it-
band, too.
it does so much.
Yeah, the TikTok ban.
Yeah.
Yeah, by the time this airs, that TikTok ban is going to already be in place, so
Yeah.
we'll still be in good
There
shape.
it is.
I would love to share with y'all some of the stuff our niece 20-year-olds.
All right, so that'll be our next 2 episodes. So I appreciate everybody for listening to our warm-up episode. We're warm, and we're about to dive into LA, but you'll hear that on probably Wednesday. So happy Monday. I hope everybody has a great day. We're just gonna have a good time ourselves. I'm currently in Tijuana at this point. So good times. Y'all enjoy the cold.
Oh man, remember the truth's out there. Read between the lines, please.
Yeah.
You want to try that again, Trey? Just give the people
Oh,
a better one. That was
okay.
more like a growl.
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah.